quite looking forward to see what ENZO have to offer, because obviously there is plenty of things you can do on this map. So many setups that can come out, and different place fakes, especially with the quick rotations. So they seemed pretty well versed on Cash with all the nades hitting. I don't think I remember a single nade that was particularly bad. So
there's a few ways to go about this map, basically. I mean, a lot of teams you see just going through here, SEC through Fountain to take over middle, and then maybe they'll split that part of the map through Connector as well, or they'll take B short and then start basically building their round from there on out. But basically what the Ts are trying to accomplish early round, unless they're doing a straight-up hit, is to limit the information the CTs are managing to get. Yeah. That's the name of the game.
Oh yeah, and well, this map definitely plays towards that sort of information gain. Well, mainly over towards the A, so I think it's a little bit more difficult over towards B, just to be caught out, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, unless
quite far.
When you take B short, then that enables you to do either like do a fake towards the A bomb side and then just make your way through connector to B, or fake B and then make your way towards A. So I guess in that sense, it kind of limits the information in a sense, but not as much, obviously. If you're going to be playing all the way back to T spawn, that does give a lot of room to maneuver for the Ts. But fish around on its way. ENZO is going to be on T side, and they've actually bought up 2 Molotovs, yeah. I've spoken and 2 flashes as well. It seems like a B play is coming in.
Nice start though, Lovey. Some of those nades are already gone, and they haven't been thrown by the looks of things. Actually, wait, no, it did go over towards barrels. It didn't make too much of a difference so far, and Advent going to shut one more down. They will actually get the bomb plant, so they got something to try and play around, and they are getting surrounded from all angles. The flank already coming in. It will be ZoKing to pick up one more. Darkies does have a Molotov, but he's never going to get to use it. Finished off by ZoKing. The defuse will come in, and, well, pretty quick round in the end from VG.
Yeah, basically that was ENZO trying to utilize the Molotov to barrels, and then potentially maybe that slope to water to try to make it harder for the CTs to make anything happen. But instead you had 2 CTs peak monster. And getting those early kills obviously kind of nullified the whole idea of the round from ENZO. But they do get the bomb plant, and it seems like they're going for a conservative approach here, and not going to invest into much of anything except for 1 P250 in this round number 2. So meaning that they're going for a full buy in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and I think this is something not only today, but ENZO have done in the qualification stage, where they're very, very happy to just like, okay, you can have this round, but we're going to come back with our buy.
And it literally becomes a throwaway round, and money made by Savage there with that MP9. And that's going to be now the full buy here coming out from ENZO. Obviously, without that bomb plant in this previous round, means that slight compromises will have to be made in terms of all the utility they're going to be buying here. So you can see KRBL, for example. I mean, he's going to either have to get a goal or UMP, and then full set of nades, or an AK and just a couple of flashes. Goes for the first option, UMP, full set of nades.
I can't say I'm overly surprised.
Huh?
I can't say I'm overly surprised. They do like to get their nades on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it is understandable, and it seems like they're going for that B short area, first of all.
Look at this aggression. Lovey already pushing
Playground
all the way around into Playground, and he does have a little bit of support. ZoKing looking like he's about to fade back. They obviously know that at the moment this is going to be a B play, and can Savage get away with it? Not quite. Very aggressive push.
Still great for VG. They get that pick, and now they're 100% sure the push was coming B, because Lovey, first of all, is flanking, and the bomb was spotted by Savage. But it appears the potential for that push has been understood by ENZO and KRB. Is it L and an I in the end there? I'm not sure. Let's call him KRB. He gets the hunch that a potential flank is coming in. I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering these names. But such is life.
Yeah. I wouldn't know even if somebody told me. I think I'd probably still get it wrong either way. It is going to be the 3 versus 4 just because of that flank getting caught out. There's still 2 players over towards this B site, so they do still have the chance to actually take this one back. Slowing down the round. And now we're actually going to see the rotation from ZoKing back in, but very quick advantage gain. Tungy with 2 kills, and while ZoKing, he can rotate as much as he like. He's going to be very far out of the action, and they know he's coming as well. Nice read in the end from ENZO. Played it smart and didn't go overboard when they lost that man from the aggression.
Also want to point out, there's still OGs in the scene, because I put out Darkest, the nickname, and people actually reached out to me on Twitter and said that they were happy to hear someone remembers that nickname.
It's nice to know. It's nice to know.
I mean, we're talking like early 2000s, so literally like 2002, 2003. It's been a while. Where were you at that point in time? How old are you now?
I would have been like 8.
Second grade, third grade?
Safe to say I wasn't really in the CS scene at that point.
More in the Lego scene.
Yeah. I probably hadn't even played any video games by that. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Probably like Sega Mega Drive or something like that. A little bit of Sonic coming in, but no,
Dude.
back to CS. Back to CS. It's not
That's
for
the
me
90s.
being an 8-year-old. Mentally, I'm still there, but Lovey got a lot to do once again. SVB with the entry, and well, now they're just going to go for the passive at plant. Make sure they can fall back. It will be evened up, however, by TB. So
Still a lot of utility for just two.
this may give some life to that round. I think that quick pick has made things a little bit more interesting. Of course, smoke's going to be valuable, especially with a bomb plant like this, just to try and bait the T's to come back in for a push. They do still have themselves a kit.
Only problem is they just spent all the utility without committing to it. They just bolt off without going, flash without going. But now they're going in, and the time's running out.
Smoke for?
And no one's peeking long. They're out of it.
Oh, easy clean.
They're out of it. I mean, you know, 3-on-3, you have so much utility. Have some kind of idea. Okay, I'm gonna molly this, then I'm gonna pop flash, and we go. Instead, he Molotov'd, he flashed, nothing happened. Instead, he started rotating to bank afterwards, actually. So, I mean...
I quite like it when players throw the sort of deep smoke and then just tap the bomb and then almost force either a spray through it or just someone to try and push forward from the T side. Either way.
Forcing a reaction.
Yeah. SMG back in play on Kiabi. Why not at this point? Let's just steal.
Let's not go that far, though.
Well, that's what it is, right? If it's an I, KRB. If you want it to be an I,
let's not overanalyze this. Let's definitely not do this.
Is he any good with the Deeg? I need to see.
VG decided to pretty much fully commit into this, by the way.
Yeah, they've invested absolutely everything. Lovey will be getting one for his troubles, but Tungy trading 2 back. Zoking very, very quick on the rotation. Is able to bring this back to a 3 versus 3. He does have a player flanking him, and it's not even going to matter. Kyobi was going to get him down, and Advent in decent position to try and deny the plant. Will be able to get one after the bomb goes down. Doesn't have a kit. Does have one flashbang left in hand. But just looking to try and connect. P250, good with the headshots. Picks up another. And now there's actually potential, but the fallback from Darkies, he's just going to play the time. There was actually quite a lot of utility on the site as well. Going to be able to throw down some smokes, possibly try and bait in some sort of pushback in from Darkies. And he may be expecting the bomb to be defused. The MAC-10 not quite going to cover it, though.
Nice shot, though.
And yeah, no, picking up 2 kills and doing a bit of damage at least, but now they're not okay.
Apparently they are. Based on the fact that they've got those
damage,
4 kills, and you know, I mean,
Thing is,
they
still
made
money.
it cost money for ENZO, but little do they know that ENZO still has, you know, a relatively healthy bank.
Yeah, 7K on one player.
One of those buys where probably shouldn't have done it, but here we go. SVBB already on the board. Quick 5-on-4 as well, so not a great start for VG at all.
Yeah, so King trying to be able to trade this one back as the Pistols being the aggressors at this stage. Will actually get the kill with the nades, so it is even back up. Advent with the play. He's actually on the railings because I like this spot. I like it when players jump up onto the railings just because of the slight, well, moment where they can't be seen, or if you don't check directly because it's such an off angle. Not actually, he's just standing in front of it. I'll try and use it as the bars, but actually Lovey's going to pick up a couple. Trade it back, and both remaining players only have pistols, but if they can get close, the flank as well from Savage is coming in. Maybe a little bit late, but actually the bomb hasn't moved. They're still holding over towards Monster. I think they're actually waiting for the flank, but Zoking, he's grabbed his second of the round. Looking to try and push back in. Needs to wait for Savage to get back in so they can at least have a trade situation. And almost finds the shot. KRB with another, but Zoking finishes off the round. 3 kills for him. And while it may have seemed like a mistake, but I guess if it works, it works.
Wind of change.
Money's still not great, though.
Definitely not. But that force buy that we thought was silly ended up working out. It still was silly, though.
Yeah,
that's not going to nullify the fact that it was silly. It can still work out. It's a game of Counter-Strike. These things happen. Now, even Steven, 3-3. That's an AWP in play for KRB.
MP7 for Savage. Not an SMG we see too often nowadays, but there are still a few players getting it. Okay, SVB actually going to trade back that early advantage just from the peaks from Lovey. Soaking through the smoke as well. Again, following back the nade.
Now we're looking at a little less organized Counter-Strike here. It's a lot of individual one-on-ones where there's no possibility for a refrag. And that's never, you know, from the playbook. That's always going to be slightly improvised. Things slow down, though. It is a 4-3 advantage for VG. And the remains of ENZO are just taking their sweet time walking long. Still with plenty of utility to work with there, but they'll definitely need to get an opening frag before committing to the bomb site. It appears that TV is going to be the lone warrior right now on that A bomb site as well, but if they keep walking ENZO like this, that's going to give a lot of time for the rotation to come in.
And, well, especially with this flank, it should just clear up any information that is needed, especially when they spot the player. Zoking is going to pick up one, and, well, with 25 seconds left on the clock, this is going to be very, very difficult. Zoking still just coming in on the flank, gets himself a second kill. They're still not turning around. Darkies will try his best, but his best was not enough.
Yeah, nice flank there, for sure. Just being the final nail in the coffin. And now this means that ENZO is going to have to go for a save. See if they invest on some smokes or something, if they try to force a bomb plant. Something you can do if you get a bunch of smokes, you can, you know, if you can get yourself towards the toilets, you can definitely get a bomb plant on a bomb site. But instead, they'll have a single player on a Tech 9 armor. And Gordon Freeman, is going to have a Tech 9 without an armor.
Yeah, not Morgan Freeman.
No, definitely not Morgan. Just saying. I blame the jet lag on everything.
It's fine. It's fine. I'd love to see Morgan Freeman playing CS. Actually going to go down. This Tech 9, well, actually, the Glocks as well have done a hell of a lot of damage. TB looking to try and rectify, but he's going to run out of bullets. Now Darkies with a good opportunity to bring this back, but TB, nice shot with the USP to finish off that round.
Yeah, still way too close for comfort. Somehow managed to get those 3 kills ENZO. Good for them. It's going to slightly put a bit of a dent in VG's economy. As we can see here on the left side of the screen. And let's see what ENZO has in their pocket right now. They've gone for a lot of defaults on different parts of the map. They've had to deal with early aggressiveness from VG. It seems like they will have to, once again, as Savage is just going to go for an 8 there in Fountain, but decides to fall back on that. And a hefty defense towards the B-bomb site right now, because we have 1 in connector and 3 on the B-bomb site, and Savage being the lone CT on A.
And quite surprising, especially considering Savage actually did spot out a little bit there. The nade coming through should have given a little bit of information. And they are actually going to rotate players away after a little bit of a push. But I'm surprised he didn't pick up the AWP in this round. I was kind of hoping to see him AWP a little bit more in this series.
So far, I don't think ENZO's gone towards the B bomb site unless it's been like straight from the get-go. Like all these slow rounds have ended up on A. So it makes sense to over-rotate at this point in time. Obviously always a bit risky, but still something you can do at this point in time.
And the rotation back is pretty quick.
Yeah. But now it seems like there's potential for a bit of a long push coming in, but instead the bomb's going to make its way towards toilets. But there's one very close to long. Behind that one, Smoke, and he's going to be tongue. He's spotting out TB.
Actually gets 2 kills, make it a 3rd as well. Lovely headshot for him, and single-handedly taking over this site. Make that a quad kill. What on earth was that? Just standing in the smoke for literal seconds, and it looked from our perspective that he was about to go down.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting indeed. I mean, that one of those rounds where basically it was just down to one individual making some massive plays there, playing around that smoke and eventually ending up with a quad kill. And that means, as the rounds have gone back and forth, that we're just going to be straight back to the eco town.
Yeah. They have been a little bit disappointing so far. I think the flanks from Zoking have been one thing that has been pretty good, but the actual site holds themselves have been pretty questionable, especially if one player is able to push in and ruin, what, 4 players? That's somewhat a level of insanity. Zoking is going to be playing up close. Be able to... Nope, never mind. Not going to hit the connecting headshot onto SVBB. Now, well... just going to be waiting to see how the T's play this round. Pushing into a Deagle. Definitely is still a chance for them to do something. Maybe at least get some damage onto ENZO. Their economy isn't exactly safe at the moment. We have seen them fall back themselves, but already getting themselves 3 of the 5 kills needed. KRB doing his job, and well, nice easy stuff. Every single player kept alive. ENZO going to build up a nice bit of bank off of that.
That's going to be the score equalized as well now. VG going for the buy with a rather limited economy, but it's nothing new for them. I mean, they definitely like the jumbo sale buys. And so they'll have an op on Savage.
Well, they did it with a lot less as well. Like the previous, they only had 2 rifles in play, so this isn't even really a force for CyberZEN. This is closer to a full buy than what we normally see. I'm liking this though, speeding up the pace over on the ENZO side. They're just going to go running straight in towards the B site. Advent ready and waiting, but it doesn't seem to matter at this point. The rotation has come in, but Tungi again, 2 entry kills onto the site is going to make things nigh and impossible. I think the save has to be called very, very quickly for Vici. And, well, the value of them actually being able to try and retake this is very, very, well, slim. Still peaking though.
Yep. It's the point in time where we're just going to fade away and save those weapons. Get out of there. You've lost this round.
I don't know why they peaked though. Like they've lost. Yeah, they did get 1 in the end, but they had 3 weapons, and that could have had something to bring back into the next round with it. Especially considering the buy they had anyway, where they had a UMP. It would have been a very, very similar buy if they had 3 players survive. We'll at least keep the AWP on Savage though. Didn't get to do anything this round because of the aggressive B push. But nice switch up from ENZO. I do like it when teams throw in just a fast round every once in a while, just to almost shake up the CT side and say, you know what, we're not just going to sit around and wait for you to come to us.
Yeah, it's definitely important to be able to switch up your pace. And there's very little, or very few teams that have truly mastered the ability of playing well slow-paced and well fast-paced. I think one of the pioneers of being able to do that consistently on a very high level is SK. I think that was part of why they had that dominant period last year, earlier on. They were really good at just reading situations and making a call accordingly of when do we need to pick up the pace, when do we slow down, and doing it to perfection. Obviously helped by the massive individual performances of their individuals, but that always goes without saying.
Yeah, and well, huge props going to Fallen for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Either way, AWP of Savage this time, well, they're not going B, so he's managed to find himself the early pick. The buy still a little bit sketchy for the CT side. Couple of UMPs brought up. A CZ in the hands of Lovey. There is going to be a weapon somewhere on the floor, but it's very, very far back. And actually, it's looking like Lovey is actually going to go for it. He's going to try and find the weapon. I don't know if the T's will have thrown this out of the map. It also gives quite a high bit of information for the CT side, as they seem to be very good at doing that. That's one thing they have done, is just go and find out where the T's are going to be pushing. The problem is stopping it hasn't been one of their fortes so far. Either way, Lovey already getting in from behind. He is going to get spotted, but still manages to take one down with him. TB with another, and actually this is working very, very well. Only Darky's trying to push in towards the end of the round. Zoking finishes things off, and a teammates for CyberZEN. Yeah,
fact of the matter is, when you want to hit that B bomb side, you have to be able to apply pressure on both Monster and Short simultaneously, so that you kind of make it a claustrophobic experience for the CTs, but also you need to utilize all their utility correctly. You know, the pacing of your flashes and the Molotovs and everything needs to be on point to make it hard for the CTs to hold on. And well, that was not something ENZO managed to do well enough.
Here goes Savage again, looking for this early pick. Has to be very, very careful. Most of the players have crossed, but he's still going to catch this nice read from Savage. And That's the second time it's got that. I'm happy that they've got the AWP coming in, but Zoking's actually going to be traded out, still holding. And the T's will get the advantage back in mere seconds. Bomb not really going anywhere anytime soon, and now they're just going to wait to see if the CTs will try and re-aggress and find a different spot. It does look like they have a few ideas in the form of Advent, currently pushing long. And got a little bit of support with Savage as well. Very heavy over towards this A site. And what Lovey, he's going to the peak find 2 players. And I feel like somebody's about to go rotating back at least over towards his B site.
4-on-4 situation. Always going to be favoring that T side. It means there's going to be somewhere in that map. Again, that's going to be slightly weakened. On this map, usually it's the A-bomb side. People tend to stack towards the B a bit more. And it's usually the situation where we see CTs making plays. Now, you've seen Advent actually has gathered some information on toilets, so he knows that no one's going to be up close there. But little does he know, though, that the rotations just come up from connector towards him. And he's probably just given information to his teammates that, you know, he saw nobody in toilets and only 20 on the clock.
Yeah, I quite like that, actually, that they almost show off the bomb and now going to go back. But TB still going to catch the 1 player over towards the B side. Advent is the man on the A side. The rotation is coming very, very quickly, however. Savage will fall, but it's already after trading out a kill. And, well, with the time ticking away, ENZO are forced to push forward and, well, lose the round.
Not a great example of how to take A site. I mean, you kind of have to have pre-smokes and mollies and then pop flashes.
I think they only had mollies left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very possible. It's super hard to just run into the A-bomb site because there's so many angles that you need to take. Unless you get that insta-headshot on the first guy, then obviously the floodgates are open, but that's just banking on someone hitting a mad shot, basically.
Pace stepping up again. Nice flashbang, but Zoking is only going to be 1 and done. SVB with 2 entries once again. Freeman with another. And while this flank seems a little bit worthless now, Lovey may just be having to try and look for some exits. There are a couple of low players for SVB. Right. He does get dinked. Both players hitting the headshot. It makes no difference if you don't have an AK in hand. Advent, I wonder if he knows how many of these players are low. 3.
But this could escalate really quickly.
He just needs to find one of them. The thing is, none of them are really peeking. It looks like he is actually pushing back into the site. Still trying to challenge this one. Obviously, if they don't get away from the bomb, he could be causing them a lot of turmoil, pain. Gets himself a second and now pushing back in. There's no time for him to actually get the bomb, but I wonder if he'll take another player with him. Yes, he will. So nice work from Advent. Doesn't even lose the weapon in the meantime and takes 3 players with him.
Yeah, not sure what SVB was thinking there. I mean, he should have known at that point in time that there's no way the defuse is going to come in anymore. It's just a matter of exit kills. He should have just ran away. Instead, he stuck around, low on HP as well. Went down. And, well, not going to make a massive difference considering it's the last round here. Still pretty much a 100% full buy for ENZO. For VG, though, it's going to be a bit of a quality buy. And a straight-up B play coming in. Yeah, they're just going to do it twice in a row. Why not? It worked well. Mag 7 almost managing to get the first kill, but TB will be finding the trade. Advent looks like about to get overwhelmed. Has to try and fall back, and eventually Freeman is there to finish him off. Savage trying to get on the rotate. Freeman a little bit trigger happy, almost taking his teammate down, but that's not our greatest Molotov usage there from Freeman. Neither from Savage either. Well, you know, cook in the roof. Why not? May as well. Another close first half, similar to the first map. Good T-side from ENZO. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's pretty decent for sure. The only thing is whether or not they can continue it on their funnily streaky. 2 rounds, then 3 rounds, then 3 rounds, then 3 rounds, 2 and 1. No one really got the chance to run away with it. Back and forth. No. And I have to say, like, when they got the AWP on Savage, it did seem to add a little bit of an avenue to their game, like him going aggressive. But they just did it a little bit too late, I feel. Yeah. Overall, he's been a little quiet. Especially considering his performance yesterday. It was like, hugely explosive. I think he had, what, some like 70+ kills over 2 maps. Obviously going to overtime in one of them, but I actually know, did they go to overtime in both? I don't know. Who was that against? K23. Mirage went to overtime, right?
Yeah.
Am I thinking about the same game?
Do you know what? They're all a blur at this point. I know that Savage did very well.
I'm pretty sure that was the case. But this run on is live now. Advent set of nades. Everyone else opting to go for the armor. So nothing too fancy to be expected here from VG. Instead, they're just going to be roaming on long. And if they say they get contact, say they get a kill, I'm pretty sure they would just run away with it. But instead, they actually steer their way towards the toilets and slowly just trying to gather information, trying to find any potential aggressive CTs, but they're not going to find all too much because the two A players right now are on long.
Yeah, and actually, it comes a little bit down to timing.
Yeah, Darkest might be here for the monster flank.
Yeah, it always worries me when I see a flank with a USP, though, because it's very difficult sometimes to connect all those shots. It will be the first coming in for Tungy. Actually traded out quite quickly, and does look like Savage may have spotted the flank, although it's now going to come back in from long. TD looking to get close, but he's going to lose his life in the meantime. And well, now the CT's doing a great job of just coming back in. Darkies' flank eventually pounces, going for the knife kill. His teammates letting him do it, but after slightly losing control, they do bail him out in the end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes from behind, USP can be deceiving.
It's the same like when you get very close with a deagle from behind. Like, I don't know why, but the closer you get, the more you seem to be able to miss.
And especially if you start spamming with it, it's
the panic.
It's one of those weapons where there's no safe shots.
4 UMPs. Obviously, there's not that high a potential for a force once the bomb goes down. Like, it happens occasionally, but I feel like more than not, most teams will go...
A bit of a stretch, though. 4 UMPs.
It's risky. The only thing is whether or not they actually force them up in the next round. Because
if they do, if they keep those UMPs, I want to see them do something aggressive. Either to straight up push connector or fountain or pop flash over monster, push there. You know, they kind of have to make a play because they need to get up close. Just basically due to the range of the weapon. It makes damage on long range, but not enough against an AK. Put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. Nade. Just brutal onto Lovey. They knew where he was. Made it easy in the end. Oh, we're going to lose 1 UMP. A couple of low players. The scout doing most of the damage, but they will clean things up in the end. And well, now we get to see if they'll actually keep these into the next round. They are definitely plausible as a weapon. Yeah. On this.
I would keep him,
position.
But then I would have a game plan for it.
Yeah. Tactical mind, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think of something.
Got a lot of
if you're going to play along, if you're just going to be holding on bomb sites, and it's not going to work. As we can see right now.
Got 5 UMPs in the server.
Because why not? UMP is a great weapon. Big rush coming in from VG, though. Straight from the gates. Just running in SPBB with the UMP. Gonna get wrecked.
And they don't even get a chance to do any aggression. TB's the one doing all of it. Soaking with another kill, and this has been a very quick round already. A lot of low players, so maybe at least he can make some money. Rocky's going to be ready. Of course, just trying to save this weapon going into the next round. There should be some money left over on the ENZO side. They could quite easily get themselves the same buy if they really wanted to. I hope they don't. Especially because they did play it quite passively. I do feel like maybe they would have gone for something a little bit later in the round just because it was so quick, the push coming in. But well, you wanted aggression. They're didn't expect it on that side.
They're definitely buying if they could just save these weapons. What's the money situation here? Not even the server.
Well, I think they only lost 1 player in the previous round, so
yeah, they should be fine.
Yeah, they should be fine. It is sort of just that bonus round situation. They would have made a lot of money, although I think the scout actually got the majority of the kills. I think you just click on one of the teams.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine for it.
They buy the type you got it, they'd already bought.
Yeah, computers, man.
Oh, you from that generation where everything has to be quick. It doesn't work as well.
No floppy disks anymore, boys.
Scout looking for the aggression. Not going to spot anything out as of yet. And long control will be taken by the T side.
Imagine if I shut off one of these power strips by accident.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of wiring by feet. Also, all the HDMI cables as well are literally under your foot. Savage picking up the first kill, actually going down long as well. So a long-range duel with the UMP. Lovey will get a second with the AK, and they have the site. The bomb is nowhere to be seen, however, and well, they're actually going to lose the players in the meantime, and the bomb's going to go back round to B.
Yeah, that's the perfect fake there. So, there's 2 Ts on the B bomb set already, and the bomb's making its way through. CT's right now in transition to rotate back towards B3 connector. Well, it's going to be in those A holes, and yeah, back and forth it goes.
I do wonder how intentional that fake was, though, because it seemed like that turned out more as a flank, and then just the 2 players have dropped. So, oh, well, we've already got the B side, might as well just give it a little bit of a go. Of course, it's still got a molly. Let's see if it can actually make its way over the roof.
Yeah, again, if you throw a molly, please commit after it, because you kind of need to see if there's anyone in that corner you just Molotov'd.
TB going to be playing for the corner. Actually, 2 quick kills come in. It's going to leave it down to Advent. Decent position, but he's going to quickly be lost, and they do... Well, they don't actually have a kit on Tungy.
It should have plenty of time, though. Again, time to brew a coffee. Easily.
Pretty quick coffee. Have you got like one of those primo coffee machines?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those capsule machines.
Is it one of the ones where you like it will make it when you wake up? Can you set an alarm on it?
No.
Oh,
It's not that. It's one of my dreams, though. To get one of those like €1,000 ones that like basically you just put some coffee beans in it and you just make any kind of coffee you want to. And
I want the one from. Is it
I'm a coffee
Chitty
addict.
Chitty
Anyone that
Bang
follows my social
like
media
the
would know that. Huh?
Hits the. Is it Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Where like the egg hits the thing and then it makes your breakfast for you?
No idea what you're on about, mate. B-Rush coming in from VG right now once again, and scoring a lobby with the first kill. The second kill as well. These B-Rushes are seemingly working out great for VG.
Yeah, the aggression paying off. However, they've got to keep hold of the site. Like in the previous round, already losing to make that 3 players on the retake. Maybe they need to work on their after-plant positions a little bit now. Tungy with another, and did they lose a single player on that retake? I don't think they did.
Nope, the first kills went to lobby. Everything after that, way of ENZO.
Nice little retake, and they're going to get themselves
they're looking good.
Up to 12 rounds. Money for Vici isn't great, but they do have the opportunity to get an AWP onto Savage. Actually, he's going to drop a couple of AKs instead.
Makes sense.
They're actually going to go with 3 AKs. Pistol. He actually isn't going to keep one of them, so just going to give it over to his teammates.
And again, they are seemingly going towards the B bomb site, but a little bit slower pace though.
Or maybe they're hoping that they can mind game
but look
the
at
CTs into thinking it's not going to happen again. But yeah, like you said,
Dark is jog
all the way around the back of the map.
So much information already gathered here.
Actually haven't rotated anyone over yet.
Yeah, that's
so it is only going to be the 2 players. Lovey again. Entry kill onto the site. Freeman this time will be able to trade one back a little bit more quickly, and actually doing just great work on the site. 3 kills. It will be another bomb plant for the T side, and it's going to be Savage picking up one of those AKs. Should be a weapon somewhere for Advent. He does have armor. Savage, however, does not. So just got to try and go for those instant headshot. Isn't going to be the case at the moment. His teammate will be lost, just hiding in the corner, and they know where he is. Tungy will end the round, and ENZO get themselves another. And well, this time they've retaken the site before the bomb even went down.
Yeah, that's a very, let's put it, positive situation to be in. Not even having a timer on that round and already retaking the site. But yeah, Dark is on that massive jog around the map for the monster flank. Lobby though, once again with he seems to be on point in terms of getting those entry kills. But it was Mr. Gordon Freeman to stop everything else.
Please stop. Please stop bringing that up. You just wanted to hammer in the point now that you do remember his name was Gordon and not Morgan. Just like, no guys, I get it. So, have you been tweeted? Has someone corrected you?
About it, yeah, someone did. I would like to send my gratitude to Daniel Hoff.
Okay, thank you very much. We both got it wrong. Like, not
yeah,
only
even you bought it.
I made the joke,
even you bought it.
But then I also I got what you meant at the same time, which was still wrong. Either way, B site presence once again. Mr. Morgan doing his job. Advent will be able to trade one back, but it may just be too little too late. Tongi is just surviving around the edge of the smoke, and there is absolutely no support for Advent with the bomb. Savage just trying to hold off the rotation, and I guess trying to make a little bit of a sound cue to hope that somebody will rotate, but at this point they have the bomb. And
it appears that VG is very much committed to that B bomb site.
But it's sort of the same as what they have on Cash, except for the Cash, they seem to actually have some legitimate strategies for what they're doing. Whereas here it just seems very, very aggressive and very reliant on someone like Lovey getting the entry kills. And I think they forced for the last, like, 4 or 5 rounds now.
Yeah. Also, I mean, well, I'm not sure what the situation is, if they've already secured their second place, if they just don't want to, you know, show things, or it's like looking kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could be imagining things. They don't want to take anything away from ENZO for sure. I mean, they're playing great right now, just mowing down VG, left, right, and center. But VG's looking very one-dimensional.
Yeah. Well, it has been a sort of case of, do we have a decent buy, go B, do we not, go A? Just the eco frags always seem to be over towards that A site, and yeah, not really seen anything impressive. I suppose they could be saving stuff for later, because I think they are definitely through. It's just what position they're in.
100%. I think they are secured second place at this point in time, too. I think they were ahead by 2 points of the third place before this matchup. But now, after winning map 1, they'd be ahead by 3, as that's awkward.
I don't even know what just happened, but at the same time, it's going to be a nice kill for KRB. SV on the site. Does have to be a little bit careful. They seem to go back to that B site once again.
And the bomb is down, like, in an interesting positioning, considering this already committed to the B bomb site.
Yeah, we're very far forward. Oh, Lovey will get it eventually, but they haven't really gained too much. And TB just pushing in alone. The rest of his team not really making any sort of presence known. Eventually, Advent will get himself a kill onto the site, but this should just be an easy cleanup in the end. Lovey, the last man left alive. He's got to try and get himself there. Got the bomb, but that will be it. ENZO winning 16-8. They'll get their second point on the board, and well deserved.